So the idea here is to try and move gently, breathe deeply, and bring awareness to your body. To keep your awareness in this moment. So distractions will come, things that will draw your attention away will definitely happen. Just do your best to bring it back to the feeling of the stretch, the depth of your breath, and the strength of the pose. So with your feet flat and your knees bent, your back's flat against the wall, against the floor. The neck in a neutral position, so you can use a block or a pillow to try to keep your chin gently pushing, pointing down your body. Just let your right knee drop down towards the floor. Gentle opening of the hips. Feel that stretch on the inside of that knee. If it feels like it's pinching or pain, the knee doesn't have to touch the floor. Gently bring your right knee up to where your left knee is, meeting it, and then let your left knee drop out to the left. Bring your left knee back to meet your right. Gently let your right knee drop out to the left. Follow your own breath movement. Exhale, gently bringing your right knee up to meet your left, and then letting your left leg drop out to the side. One more time, bringing your left knee up to meet your right. Once that left knee meets your right, just let both knees drop out in opposite directions. The bottoms of your feet come together in a supine cobbler's pose. So remember, this should be a gentle stretch. If it feels like pinching or pain in the hips or the groin, you can slide your feet further down towards the end of your mat, or make fists and slide your hands underneath the tops of the thighs to support the pose a little bit. Find the pose where you can then take all of your attention back to the breath, the feeling of the stretch. This is a really good pose if you have back pain because it pulls your sacrum down and away from your lumbar spine, a bit of a decompression. So give yourself the opportunity to melt into this pose. Take a deep breath into your belly so that you feel it expanding. Slow exhale, see if you can just release and hold any tension. Try. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale, really allowing your body to melt. Just reach down with your hands to the outside of your thighs and use your hands to bring those knees back up and together. And then we're going to draw your knees into your chest, just hugging your arms around the tops of your knees, drawing them into your chest, and letting your shoulders relax, letting your jaw relax. You can gently rock side to side, just using that floor to move your spine a little bit to mobilize your sacroiliac joints. And then let your back go flat to the floor. We're going to take your hands, your left hand on top of your left knee, your right hand on top of your right knee. As you inhale, draw your knees towards your chest. As you exhale, take your knees out to the sides, the opposite sides, like you're making two independent circles. Bringing your knees back down to join. Inhale as you bring it into your chest. Exhale as you take them out away from each other into independent circles. Back down to it. Just continue those circles following your own breath and releasing struggle or strain. One more full and complete circle ending with your knees drawn up into your chest. And then we'll change directions. Just inhale as your knees go down towards the end of your mat. Exhale as they come out and away from each other. And back together and meeting at your chest. Connect your breath to your motion. Try to move slowly and purposefully, connecting the breath to the motion. One more full circle, ending with your knees pulled into your chest. Once the knees are into the chest, we're going to take both knees in your right hand. Drop your left hand out to the side like it's half of the letter T, just about shoulder height. But if that bothers your shoulder, just drop it down so that your hand comes closer towards your hip. Find an expression of each and every pose that you can hold with ease. Turn that left hand up so that the palm is facing up to the ceiling. Gently push the back of your left hand into the floor as you use your right arm to take both knees over to the right. So try to get those knees all the way down to the floor. If they don't make it, just use a block or a pillow to slide underneath of the knees. We'll get it to the point where the knees are supported, but they're not just floating up in air. That right hand can rest on top of your left knee, just gently bringing it down so it meets the right. Try to get your knees to about the level of a belt, the middle of your hip there. Turn your head to the left if it doesn't bother your neck, and then breathe into the areas that feel tight or restricted. Expanding those areas with your breath, and then with a gentle exhale, just allow the body to melt. Releasing tension, releasing tightness. Bothers your neck, looking over to the left, just look straight up to the ceiling. Always be mindful of how a pose feels for you. Every pose is not for everyone. One more deep breath here, inhaling to the bottom of your lungs. Exhaling, melting. Take a deep breath to your belly. As you exhale, pull your belly to your spine, bring your knees up towards the sky, wrap both arms around your knees, gently pulling them into your chest. And then holding both knees with your left hand, Take your right arm out to the side, half of the letter T. Turn the palm to face the ceiling. Gently push the back of your right hand into the floor as you take both knees into the left. Turning your head to the right if it doesn't bother your neck. Remember, try to get those knees to be supported so if they're floating up in the air. Slide a yoga block, slide a pillow over your dog, your neighbor's child, whatever you have underneath those knees. Then your left hand comes to rest on top of the right knee to gently draw it down to meet the left. Turning your head to the right is an option, so you can maintain that gentle push into the floor with the back of your right hand. And remember, if it bothers your shoulder, just slide your hand down the floor to find a comfortable place so that you can take your mind off of any discomfort by eliminating it. So that your mind can come back to the depth of your breath, filling the lungs to the bottom. Slowly exhaling, releasing any tension and tightness. Breathe. Deep into your belly, feel the expansion. One more slow exhale, allowing your body to melt. Then take a deep breath to your belly. With an exhale, pull your belly to your spine, begin to bring your knees back up to the ceiling, holding your hands behind your knees now, on the backs of your thighs. Shoulders relaxed, jaw relaxed. Releasing your right leg down to the floor, both hands come behind the left knee. So make sure that right leg is active, the toes pulled back, the heel reaching forward, the back of your right knee gently pushing down into the floor to create an anchor. Take a deep breath so that your belly expands and you feel it pressing into that left thigh. As you exhale, straighten your left leg up towards the ceiling, the toes pull down, the heel reaching up. So you want to see where you can get that leg straight. So that means you have to back the leg off. That's perfectly fine. You can use a strap around the back of that the left toes. To help you get it straight, squeeze your quadricep muscle. Really work to getting that leg straight. Feel that hamstring stretch. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, gently pull that left knee back into your chest. You're doing what we call flossing or a neural glide, which is gently encouraging mobility before you go into a more aggressive stretch. Exhale, straighten the leg to the sky, toes pulled down, heel reaching up. So you can make sure that your kneecap is pointing towards your nose. Gently pull that knee into your chest with an exhale. That right leg still engaged. We're going to do that one more time. Take a deep inhale. With an exhale, straighten that left leg to the sky. The toes move down. The heel reaching up to the sky. Breathe. Stay right here, or take the option of on an exhale, lifting your head and shoulders, walking your hands up to the back of that calf. Look at that kneecap. Make sure it's pointing towards your nose. Squeeze this big quadricep muscle tight. That deactivates your hamstrings so you may be able to reach up a little bit higher towards your ankle without struggle, without strain. Breathing. Exhaling, slowly lowering down as you bend that left knee and draw that left knee into your chest. Take your right hand on top of the left knee. Your left arm drops out to the side, palm facing up with a gentle push down into the floor with the back of that left hand. As you exhale, use your right arm to draw that left knee across your body to the right. So we're just taking that stretch we took a couple of moments ago a little bit deeper. Turning your head to look to the left if it doesn't bother your neck is perfectly fine. Breathing deeply into the areas you feel tight or restricted. Using the exhale to melt into your pelvis. It doesn't feel good, back out of it. Find a simpler expression. You can stay right here, or if you'd like to progress the pose, grab onto the big toe of your left foot with the first two fingers of your right hand. Or use a strap around the bottom of your foot and gently straighten that left leg out. Now you're going to be stretching your iliotibial band, the one that goes from the side of your hip down to your knee. If you have knee problems, this is a really good way to try and eliminate them, moderate them. If you have the leg straight, squeeze it tight so that you're getting that full stretch and breathe into the areas that feel restricted. Exhale. No struggles, no strains. Breathe. One more deep inhale here. You exhale, melt. If you straighten that leg out, go ahead and bend it. Rolling onto your back, letting your left foot just be right there on the outside of your right knee. Take a deep inhale here with an exhale. Let your left knee drop to the floor. Your left ankle rests right above your right knee. No struggles, no strain. We're just going to let that front of your hip open up just a moment. Inhaling your arms up to the ceiling, reaching to the sky. Exhaling, let your arms fall to the floor behind you. Breathing deeply into your belly. Inhale, reach those fingers back, reach the heel forward. Exhale, draw the right knee and the left ankle up towards your chest. Hands behind your right thigh. So this is just stretching deeply that left hip. So when I have back pain, I try to look at all the different areas that may be affected or affecting it. Your hips, your gluteal muscles are a bridge between the lower extremities and your core. The core is your back, your abdominals, your pelvic floor. So those hips, if they don't feel mobile, they may be restricting motion of your SI joint, your shape. Stay here or straighten your right leg towards the sky, the toes pulled down, the heel reaching out. Stretching that hamstring on the right, hip on the left. So by restoring proper motion to those tight piriformis, the tight hip muscles, release some of the strain from the low back. Stay here or choose to lift your head and shoulders from the floor, your hands up to the back of your calf. Breathing. Always taking it back and being mindful to the breath. Slowly lower your head and shoulders to the ground. Bend your right knee and let your right foot come to the floor. Taking a deep breath into your belly as you exhale. Push down into the floor with your elbows. Lift your hips from the ground for a figure four bridge. So remember, not every pose is for everyone. If this feels like it's too much for you, just stay where you are. Squeeze your gluteal muscles and lift higher. Now you can stay right here, or you can lift your hands in prayer position towards the sky. Squeeze your gluteals and lift higher. You can stay right here, or lift your heel from the floor. Breathe. Slowly lower your heel to the floor. Lower your elbows to the floor. Push down into your elbows as you lower your hips down to the floor. That just helps you get there. Lowering one vertebra at a time, being very, very specific. Once your back is flat to the floor, just let your right leg slide over top of your left leg. Bringing both arms out to the side as the letter T, the back of your hand to the floor, gently pressing into it to create an anchor through your thoracic spine. With an exhale, gently let both knees drop to the left, turn your head to the right. Breathe. Breathe into the areas of tightness or restriction. Imagine that you're expanding them with your breath. Exhale slowly, melt a little deeper. No struggles, no strains. Maintain that gentle push into the floor with the backs of your hands. It helps to strengthen the posterior deltoid at the same time as giving you an anchor. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. Then gently bring your back flat to the floor. Uncross your knees. And then gently bring them both back up into your chest. Hands are behind the thighs. I'm going to try and remember to do all that stuff on the opposite side. It's a lot we just went through. Remember, nothing should be painful. Nothing should be restricted by tightness, by pinching. Take a deep inhale so that your belly fills with air. Feel it press against your thighs as you exhale. Lower your left leg all the way down to the ground so your right knee is held into your hands. Your shoulders are relaxed, your jaw is relaxed. A gentle push down into the floor with the back of your left knee. Pull the toes of your left foot back and reach the heel forward. With an exhale, straighten the right leg to the sky. Toes pull down, heels reaching up. Feel that stretch on the back of your leg. Exhale, pull it back from your chest. Somebody's got an itch. Take a deep inhale to your belly. Exhale, straighten that right leg, pull the toes down, reach the heel up. Pull it back into your chest. One more time, pull that belly in, expand the belly with your breath. As you inhale, the bottom of your lung, it expands, it presses against the thigh. As you exhale, you straighten that leg out, pull the toes down, reach the heel up. Your choice is to stay right here as you are, enjoying that stretch as it is, or with an exhale, lifting your head and shoulders up to the back of your calf. Do you have something to say to us, Laura? She's very, very interested in the traffic. Stay here or see if you can lift your hands up a little bit higher. Kneecap pointed towards your nose. Squeeze your quadricep and then slowly lower your head and shoulders down. Slowly put both hands behind the thigh and bring it into your chest. Left hand comes to the top of the knee. Drop your right arm out to the side. The back of your right hand gently pushes into the floor as you bring that right knee over towards the left, rotating. No struggles and no strains. Breathe. Turning your head to the right is optional. If it feels like numbness, tingling, or just discomfort, look straight up. Breathe deep into the areas that feel tight or restricted. With the exhale, see if you can take the leg further, or take the first two fingers of your left hand, grab onto the big toe, straighten that leg all the way out. Use your strap around the bottom of your foot. Find an expression of the pose that you can hold with ease, where you can bring your focus and attention back to the depth of your breath. The feeling of the stretch. If that leg is straight, squeeze that quadricep tight, real tight, so you can get that nice stretch on the iliotibial band and the hamstring without struggle, without strain. One more deep inhale. One more slow exhale. And then if you have that leg straight, go ahead and bend it, rolling onto your back, but keeping the right foot just anchored to the floor on the outside of your left knee. Once the back is flat, just gently let that right knee drop down to the floor. We're going to leave it here for just a breath or two to open up the front of the hip. Breathing deep into the very bottom of your lungs. Exhaling slowly. Begin to bring your breath to the bottom of your lungs as your arms float up to the ceiling. Exhaling as they fall to the floor behind you. Inhale, reach back with your fingertips, reach forward with the heel and really lengthen. Exhale, draw that left knee and that right ankle into your chest. The hands come beneath or behind your left knee. So just let your shoulder relax here, let your jaw relax here. Remember, this is also a modified pigeon. So if we're going to do the pigeon, you can always just do this if it doesn't feel right for you in the classic pigeon. Breathe into the air as you feel tight and restricted. Straightening your left leg up to the sky, the toes pull down, the heels reaching forward. No struggles, no strains. Breathe. Feel that hamstring stretching on the left, the piriformis stretching on the right. Stay right where you are, or with an exhale, belly comes to the spine, head and shoulders lift, reaching up to the back of your calf. Stay there or try to reach up a little bit higher. Feel the strength of the pose. Lowering your head and shoulder, bending that left knee so that your left foot comes flat to the floor. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, your belly comes to your spine, the elbows push down into the floor. Lift your hips from the floor for a figure four bridge. So if the figure four bridge is too much for you, just put both feet flat into a regular bridge. It's perfectly fine. Squeeze your glutes and lift a little higher. Stay here where you are or bring your hands to a prayer position pointing up to the sky. Stay here where you are or lift your left heel from the floor. Squeeze your gluteal muscle and try to lift a little higher. Breathe. Lower the heel to the ground, lower the elbows, and use those elbows pushing gently into the floor to help lower your spine one vertebra at a time. Breathe. Once your back's flat to the floor, just let your right knee slide over top of your left. Bring your arms up to the side like the letter T, gently pushing down into the backs of your hands. And with an exhale, let both knees drop over towards your right. Turn your head to the left. It doesn't bother your neck. Breathe deep into your belly. Exhale slowly. Close your eyes for a moment. See if you can bring all of your focus and attention to just one breath. Feel the sensation of your breath as it enters through your nose to the bottoms of your lungs, expanding your belly, expanding your rib cage. As you exhale, so you can just feel the sensation of that breath as it exits, melting, taking a lot of attention. Breathe. begin to bring yourself back to a flat back, uncrossing your legs, bringing them back up into your chest. Your hands behind your thighs. Draw those knees into your chest and see if you can allow your shoulders to relax. So you can allow your jaw to relax. We're going to take a happy baby. There's lots of different ways to do this. You can hold your hands right behind your thighs. Just bring the bottoms of your feet up towards the ceiling. That's the beginner way, the easy way. Don't confuse beginner or easy with wrong. It really is the pose which is right for your body. Classically, you should reach your hands out to the little side toe of your feet, to the little toe side of your feet, is what I'm trying to say. I prefer to grab the inner side, the big toe side of your feet. Wherever you are, find an expression of the pose you can hold with ease. And then gently draw your knees down to the outside of your armpits. Gently push your sacrum down to the floor so you're not rounded up like a bug. Close your eyes and breathe into those hips. Allow them to open. If you'd like, you can rock from side to side. Breathe. This should be a pose that feels good. It feels like an opening of the hip, of the SI joint. This is a really good mobilizer of your sacroiliac joint, the place where your hip meets your sacrum. Gently bring the bottoms of your feet together. See if you can grab your hands around the little toe sides of your feet and draw those feet in towards your belly button. No struggles, no strains. Breathe. And then gently release your feet to the ground, one at a time. Keeping your knees bent, your feet flat. We're going to just take a supine cobbler's pose. It's a balancing pose. So we've worked one side of the body, then we worked the other side of the body. Now we're going to bring both sides together in the cobbler's pose. Let's take a moment to bring our attention back to our breath. Diaphragmatic breath is really easy to try and get a knack for if you bring one hand to your chest, one hand to your belly. So then as you inhale, see if you can get the hand on your belly to rise first as your lungs fill from the bottom, followed by the hand on your chest. As you exhale, the hand on the chest should fall first, followed by the hand on your belly. It's just a little feedback loop so that you can see that you're breathing into the bottom of your lungs, the hand on your belly rises first, followed by the hand on your chest. As you exhale, the hand on your chest falls as the lungs empty from the top, and then the hand on your belly falls. Breathe. One more deep inhale, one more slow exhale. And then we'll gently use your hands to bring your knees back in together. We're going to straighten both legs out and do one more decompressive spine stretch before we move to seated and standing positions. Take your legs together out and straight. The big toes gently touching. Inhale your arms to the ceiling. Fill your lungs with air. Exhale and empty your lungs, letting your arms fall to the floor behind you. If this bothers your shoulders, just take your elbows out to the sides like field goal position. Find the position that's good for your body. As you inhale, reach back with your fingertips, reach forward with the heels and feel that lengthening stretch. Decompressing the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine. Breathe. Take your left leg out to the left as far as you comfortably can and meet the right leg to it. Bring your left arm out to the left as far as you comfortably can. Bring your right arm over and meet it. Now stay where you are or lift your right ankle and let it come to rest on top of your left ankle. Stay there or take your left hand and grab onto that right wrist and gently pull it further over to the left. Try to keep your hips flat to the ground and feel the stretch of your spine and your rib cage. Do the lateral flexion of the rib cage and just opening it up to one side. Releasing your right hand back to the center, your left hand back to the center. Release your right foot back to the center of your mat, the left foot back to the center of the mat. Inhale, reaching back with the fingertips forward with the heels. Exhale, right arm out to the right as far as you can, left arm over to meet it. Right leg comes out to the right as far as you comfortably can, the left leg comes to meet it. Stay there or cross that left ankle over top the right. Stay there or take your right hand, grabbing onto that left wrist, gently pulling it a little bit more to the right. And try to make sure the hips stay down flat. Breathe into the bottom of your lungs. Feel that rib cage expanding on the left. Feel the spine stretching gently to the left. Breathe. Then exhale, release that left hand back to the center, the right hand back to meet it. The left leg back to the center, and the right leg back to meet it. Take a deep inhale into your belly. With an exhale, draw your knees to your chest. Bring your hands down to wrap on top of the knees, hugging it into your chest. Breathe. Then begin to rock from head to toe. Just using the spine one more time and the floor. And then slowly roll yourself up to an easy seated position. So hopefully our spines feel a bit more loose and a little bit more awake. I know Lola's does. Oh, my Lola. Let's see her spine. Oh, she's in her favorite position. She's taking Shavasana a little bit early. Just a little bit early. So sitting up nice and tall, let's just take a couple of cat and cows here. We're going to do it a little differently. Take your arms out to the sides. Bring them together, interlacing your fingers. Drop your chin into your chest. Round your back, pull your belly to your spine. Inhale, separate your arms back like wings, lift your chin in your chest. Exhale, round forward, interlacing your fingers, pull the belly to the spine, round your back, push the air out. Inhale, take it up and back. One more time, exhale, fingertips together, round the spine. Keep your fingers interlaced as you bring your spine to straight. Take your arms up and overhead. Breathe. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, take your right hand to your left knee, your left hand to the floor behind you. Push down to the floor to help lengthen, and let's get a little twisting action into the spine. Lola said, you started something here, you got to finish it. Push down into the floor with that left hand and lengthen your spine as you inhale. With an exhale, see if you can rotate just a little further. Breathe. Slowly bringing yourself back to the front. Inhaling both arms up to the ceiling, lengthening. Exhale, take it to the opposite side. Your right hand is on the floor. Your left hand is on your right knee. Push down to the floor to lengthen. See if you can rotate it just a little further. Breathe. No struggles, no strains. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. Rotate a little further if it's available to you. And then bringing yourself back towards the front. We're going to cross our ankles. Bring your knees together and just give yourself a big hug into the ankles. Dropping your chin and your chest into your spine. This is how we do the modified child's pose. If in child's pose you feel like it's too much pressure on your knees, always take this pose, it's perfectly fine. Releasing your hands from around your knees, bringing your arms out straight in front of you. Try to raise from the floor without using your arms. I made it. I wasn't quite so sure. So we're going to stand with your feet together. Toes touching, heels touching, inhaling your arms up to the ceiling. Just take your right hand and grab onto your left wrist, slowly taking it over to the right. Looking up at your left arm if it doesn't bother your neck, just opening up that spine a little bit more into lateral flexion. Push your left hip out to the left so you can take it a little bit further into the side bend. And then release, bringing it back to the front. Left hand grabs on the right wrist. As you exhale, take it over to the left. Breathing. Breathe. Taking it back up to the ceiling. Separate your arms out to the sides with your palms facing up. Separate your feet really wide as you comfortably can. And then bend the knees into goddess pose. So in goddess pose, your knees are bent. You can have your hands out to the sides or bring them together in the center of your chest. Breathe. Pull your belly into your spine and feel the strength of this pose. Straighten your legs, bring it up. Exhale, take it back down to the goddess pose. Engage the core. Breathe. Straighten your legs, bring it back up. One more time, taking it down to the goddess pose. Breathing. Bringing it back up. Taking your arms up to the ceiling. Turn your chest towards your left leg. So you're going to turn the toes of your left foot forward, so it's pointing the same direction as your chest. Your right foot stays just as it is, with your right toes pointed out. Lengthen in spine. As you exhale, bring your arms down behind your interlace. Fold it over your left leg. So you're squeezing those legs straight. You can stay here, or you can lift your arms from your hips up to the sky and breathe. As you exhale, drop your arms back down to your hips and to the floor, framing your left foot. Bend your left knee. So now turn your right heel so that the toes are all pointed forward. Your right toes are pointed forward, your left toes are pointed forward. Breathe. No struggles, no strains. Bring your left foot back to meet your right, down in a plank. Take it to chaturanga. Take it to up dog. Take it back to the floor and to down dog. Breathe. Breathe as you push back into the back of your knees, as you lift your hips towards the sky, as you let your head dangle. Let you get through a class without a dangle. There it is. Not likely. Breathe. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Bring your right foot between your hands. Breathe. No struggles, no strains. Just stretching out those hip flexors. Slowly turn that left heel in. We're going to bring it up. Arms are behind your back, folding forward. I'm doing this a little bit clumsily, but I was making it up in my head as we went along. Stay there or lift your arms to the sky. Drop your arms to the hip and bring it up into goddess pose. Breathe. I'll master this flow next time, I promise. Straighten your legs. Everybody's saying, no, let's just never do this again. Take it back down to the goddess. Pull your belly into your spine. Straighten your legs. So we've stretched out those gluteal muscles, now we're strengthening them. Take it down to the goddess one more time. Pull your belly into your spine. Breathe. Feel the strength of your pose so you can take it down a little bit deeper. Without struggle, without strain. And then bring it back up. Slowly heel toe your feet together until you're in mountain pose. So your big toes touching, your heels touching, palms facing forward. Just resetting the spine through all of the points of articulation. So I tell my patients all the time that a good roof depends on a good foundation. So in mountain pose, you're starting at your ankles, equal toe, equal distance. Let me start again. Equal weight between the big toe, the little toe, and the heel. That forms a good foundation. Then you lock that foundation in by turning your thighs in towards each other as if you were trying to touch the fronts of your kneecaps together. That locks in your foundation. Now the core is the bridge between the lower extremities and the upper ones. Pull your belly into your spine and slightly up and underneath of your rib cage, as if you were trying to tuck it in. Now inhale your shoulders up to the ceiling, exhale and back down so that your shoulder blades are pulled down. Close your eyes to make it a balanced pose. And then go back in and check your points of reference. Equal weight between the big toe, the little toe, and the heel. The thighs are rotated towards each other, and the belly is into the spine. Your shoulder blades are down your back. Your chest is lifted proud to the sky. And breathe. No struggles, no strains. Opening your eyes, stepping your feet just a hip width apart from each other. We're going to take a chair pose, another strengthening pose for the back. We loosen it up. Now let's just get it strong so we don't have these issues in the future. Your feet are pointed straight ahead. They're underneath your knees are underneath your hips. As you inhale, bend your knees, lift your arms up so that the wall meets the ceiling. Look down, make sure you can see your toes in front of your knees. If you can't see your toes, then you've got your knees way far forward. You need your bottom reaching back to the chair behind you. Breathe. Pull your belly into your spine. Feel the strength. And straighten your legs. Take it back to mountain pose. We're just going to step in and out of mountain pose, just doing it quickly, engaging those areas of reference, stepping it back out, inhaling it up, back to mountain pose. Pull the belly to the spine, drop the hips back. If you want, you can glance down and look. You can stay right here or lift your heels from the ground. Trying to create a little bit of additional strength through that core. Lower the heels to the ground, walk it back to mountain pose. One more time, step it out. Take your chair pose. Stay right here. Lift up onto your toes or lift your left ankle and let it come to rest on your right knee. Take it back to mountain pose. I guess we got to do one more since I added that last thing. We're going to do it on the other side.
That's on
Step
you.
your feet apart. Yeah, that's on you. We'll all wait. Take it down to your chair. Stay here. Lift up onto your heels, or onto your toes, and take your right ankle and bring it to the top of your left knee. This is my iffy ankles. Taking it with caution. And take it back to pose. Separating your feet, one sun salutation, inhaling, taking your arms up and arching back. Exhale, swan dive forward, empty your lungs on the way to the floor. When your fingertips touch, inhale, lift your head and shoulders to a flat back. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, step or jump back into plank. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to mountain or cobra. Exhale to the floor. And back to the dog. Breathe. Look forward to your hands. Jump or step your feet to meet your hands. Straighten your legs for a forward fold. Breathing. Just hanging there for a moment, pushing the backs of your hips to the back of the room. Breathe. Slowly rounding up one vertebrae at a time. Bring your chin. And when your spine becomes straight, just lift your chin up to a neutral position. Bring your hands to heart center. Breathe. Just one quick balance on each side. We're going to take a deep inhale, letting your right knee rise up. Try to keep the right hip drop down so you don't have your hips cattywampus, as they say. I don't know who they are or why they say. Take it out to the side and plant your tree, either with the big toe on the floor or the ankle right against the thigh. Bring that right foot right into that left thigh. You want to push your left leg into the right foot so that that leg is stable. Take your arms to the sky. Blah. Open up your branches. Drop your right arm, lift your left. Drop your left arm. That'll be good. We're like a Disney movie. And take it back up. That threw me right out. Take it up. Now bring your palms together down to heart center. Bring that right foot forward. Take it out straight. Point the toes and circle. Circle in the opposite direction. And then bring it down. Do the same to the opposite side. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, gently begin to lift the left knee along with that exhale. The left hip drops. Take it out to the side and plant your tree. Either keep the foot right there on the floor with the ankle right up against your calf. Bring it up into the thigh. You try to push your left knee behind you. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling. Pull your belly to your spine. Open your arms like trees. Find one spot to look at. That helps with the balance. Drop your right arm. Lift your left up. Drop your left arm. Lift your right up.
Disney.
I was falling. I needed help. Take your arms up. Bring them back down to heart center. Take the left leg straight. Straighten it out. Circle your ankles in one direction. Circle it in the opposite direction. And then bring it down. So we're going to make our way to the floor through the squat and through the crow. If you feel like you don't want to do that, just go ahead and lie on the floor. We're all going to be there in a minute. So separate your feet the width of your mat. As you bring yourself down, try to keep your spine up nice and straight. Try to keep your heels on the floor. If you don't have your heels on the floor, it's okay. You can roll up a towel or a small block and put them underneath the heels. Try to lift your chest so that your spine is straight. Then try to walk your toes so that they point straight ahead. Push in to your hands and separate your knees. And if you're going into the crow, bring your fingertips to the floor. Spread them wide. Bring your weight forward to rest on those bent elbows and then lift your feet from the ground. Breathe. Release your crow. Begin to make your way to the floor. We're going to make our ways to the floor for final relaxation. The idea is to find a position of ease and comfort for your spine. Some of you may want to get up and lay on the sofa. Some of you might want to sit during Shavasana. That's perfectly fine, as long as your awareness is at your breath and at your body. So I'm going to ask you to lie onto your back, if that's comfortable for you. Small bend in your knees with a pillow underneath is perfectly fine. If it feels like strain to have your legs out straight, that can go a long way to just giving you ease and comfort. So lying on your back with your head in a neutral position, your neck in a neutral position, with your chin pointing down your body as opposed to up towards the sky. The backs of your hands resting on the floor. I'm going to ask you to bring all of your attention to your next breath. Just take a deep breath in. As you exhale, see if you can release any thoughts about what you're doing next or where you've been or what you thought of the class, and just allow your body to melt into the floor. Start to bring your awareness to just the weight of your body on the floor. I'm going to ask you to bring all of your focus and attention to just the weight of your head. So you can focus on what this feeling, the sensation of the weight of your head as it rests on the floor. I'm going to ask you to gently tuck your chin and lightly push your head back into the floor. Feel the muscles that tighten as you do that. And then just relax and go loose. Bring your attention to the weight of your shoulder blades on the floor. Like a laser, just try to point your attention in one spot at a time. Your mind wanders and you become distracted. Just gently bring it back to that point of reference. Just gently tuck your chin and lightly push your head back into the floor. And then draw your shoulder blades together and feel the muscles that you're using, that you're tensing. And let it all go. Feel the relaxation floods in after the tension. See if you can compare and contrast those feelings. Get to know the difference between tight and relaxed. Shift your attention to the backs of your hands as they rest on the floor, just the weight of the hands as they rest on the floor. When the mind begins to wander, just gently bring it back. The weight of your hands on the floor. Gently tuck your chin towards your chest and lightly push your head back into the floor. Draw your shoulder blades together. Curl your fingers into a fist and wrap your thumbs around it. Squeeze that fist. Feel the fingers pressing into the palms. Feel the skin as it stretches over your knuckles. Feel the tension in your shoulders and in the back of your neck. Squeeze it all just a little tighter. And then let it all go. Feel the ease that replaces the tension. And shift your attention to your low back, the place where your back touches the floor. Mind begins to wander. Just gently bring it back to the place where your back touches the floor. Lightly tuck your chin towards your chest. Push your head back into the floor. Pull your shoulder blades together. Curl your fingers into a fist. Wrap your thumbs around it. Pull your belly to your spine. Push your back into the floor and squeeze your gluteal muscles. And feel that tension in the entire upper portion of your body. Squeeze it all just a little bit tighter and really get that sensation of tight. And then let it all go. Feel relaxation. And bring your attention to your feet. Just the weight of your feet on the floor, or the temperature of the air against the skin. Whatever brings and draws and holds your attention. It's your feet. If your mind wanders, just gently bring it back. The sensations you feel at your feet. Gently tuck your chin towards your chest and lightly push your head back into the floor. Draw those shoulder blades together. Curl the fingers into a fist. Wrap your thumbs around it. Pull your belly to your spine. Push your back to the floor. Squeeze your gluteal muscles. Then curl your toes under and squeeze the entirety of your body. Feel the tension all the way from your feet to the neck and the shoulders. Feel the intentional tightening. And then let it all go. Feel the difference in choosing relaxation. Release. Let your mind become still. Just be. When thought or distraction enters your mind, allow it to be noticed but not attached to. Your mind starts to create a story. Gently bring it back to stillness. Become the observer of your mind. Notice those ways that it tries to draw you out of stillness. Notice the internal dialogue. Make a choice to bring yourself back to stillness. Choose your state of mind just like you chose tension or release in your muscles in your body. Try not to be discouraged. You have to make that choice to go back to stillness time and time again. Slowly start to bring attention back to your body. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Feeling the joints move and the fingers and the toes, ones that we're very rarely aware of. They just move, they do what we need them to do. Let's bring some mindfulness to it. Spread your fingers apart and spread your toes apart. Feel the space between your fingers, the space between your toes. Another place we don't give much thought to. Let your hands and your feet relax. Take a deep inhale, let your shoulders just slide up towards your ears. With an exhale, slide your arms down the floor towards the bottom of your mat. Feel that gentle stretch between your shoulders and your ears. And let your shoulders relax. And gently begin to let your head rock from side to side on the floor. Just waking up the muscles gently around the spine, feeling the motion in the bones. And then let your head come to rest wherever it finds itself comfortable. Take a deep inhale, filling your lungs from the bottom, letting your arms rise up towards the ceiling. As they exhale, let your arms fall towards the floor behind you. As you inhale, reach back with your fingertips, reach forward with your heels. As you exhale, draw your knees to your chest, let your arms float down and wrap around your knees, holding them gently into your chest. You can begin to rock yourself from side to side on the floor if you'd like. And then when you're ready, rolling over to your right side, lying there in a fetal position, supporting your head with your hands made into a pillow or using a block or an actual pillow. Bring your focus and attention back to just one breath. And then when you're ready, gently push yourself up to an easy seated position. An easy seated position is anyone where your spine is straight and tall and at ease. Lola is going to remain in Shavasana.
I think so.
She likes it. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in through your nose, lengthening your spine. As you exhale, see if you can hold that tall and lengthened posture with ease. One more deep inhale, lengthening your spine like an accordion reaching up towards the sky. With an exhale, let your hands drift into the center of your heart in prayer position, dropping your chin gently down. You did a great job today, everyone. I hope your backs feel better. Thank you, Lola. Thank you, Chris.